unfortunately, it's not a lot of men. It's not a lot of men like encouraging and uplifting natural bodies and pregnancy stomachs and not the big booties and saggy titties. Like nobody be talking about that. Like you get bashed if your titties sag. You getting bad, you know what I'm saying?
Not
So you
true.
gotta kinda have a tough skin. Thankfully I got bullied my whole life. So
Yeah.
so when you don't love yourself, and then you get on Instagram, you get on TikTok, you get on Facebook, you get on Twitter, and you see all of these bodies. You see men with the hard eyes and the Google faces on. Oh, I wish I had that, and oh, I love that, and oh, your body, and that thing is thinging, and look at that ad. Da, da, da. And when you don't love yourself, you start to internalize those things. Well, maybe this why I ain't got no man, or maybe if I had this, then maybe I'll get a man. And I think, unfortunately, society has.
I go ahead. Are you?
I'm gonna answer.
What's up, guys? Boogie back again. So today I'm going to be reviewing this video from Lapif Network, the channel. I will link down the full video down below in the description or the comments, and their channel if you want to check it out. All their content, they have some great conversations. But in this video, I'm going to be looking at the aspect where the women who are blaming men for why women get surgeries and BBLs. They're saying men are the ones to blame, are the reason why women get BBLs. But I don't agree. Let's go through a video and I'll give my sense.
So this, I agree with you, Luis. But I'm gonna answer this like I feel like a panelist would. I feel like if all y'all men stopped entertaining these bitches with these BBLs, then BBLs would no longer be popular. So y'all need to get on y'all's brethren and tell y'all's brethren to quit entertaining these hoes. So natural will be back beautiful. Now see, Luis just said we should incorporate natural and accept the natural body. But I just slammed everybody on the panel, include every man with a penis. So what I will say is a lot of men out here are entertaining these hoes. I'm just trying to teach y'all like I would. It's called scaffolding. And it is giving them the illusion that that is what is wanted. Sorry. As far as women in relationships go, I don't know what they be thinking. That's on the guy and on her. That means she don't want him.
I think it's a self-esteem.
Okay, so first of all, I disagree with what she just said. And the reason why, saying that men who entertain women with BBLs makes other women want to get it is kind of disingenuous, right? And the reason I'm saying is that because men will want what's available to them, right? Because women who usually get BBLs are either Instagram models or women maybe who have the money to go under the knife and pay Dr. Miami to give them all those surgeries, or get the money to get the some get like bad shots and whatever those things they do, right? But men, if a man has never championed or wrote a comment, or if men have never come out in droves to champion and campaign for women to get BBLs, you see how women say they want a man who makes six figures, a man who's 6 feet tall, right? All men say is, I want a woman with a good body. Now, the difference is there are very few men who make six figures, but there's so many women with good bodies, right? But men have never come out in droves, in particular, and say, I want a woman with a BBL. Men just say, I want a woman who has a good body, or whether she has a good booty, whatever, right? But the thing is, men have never come out and be like, I want a woman with a BBL. So how the woman presents herself, whether she has a BBL or not, and for some of them you can't tell. Some of them you can tell that they got surgery, right? But the ones you can't tell, the men are just gonna look and like what they like, the physical appearance, right? But so for her to say men are the reason because If a man likes a woman with a BBL, it's going to encourage other women. A BBL takes time to make the doctor's appointment, to pay for it, to withstand the pain after the operation. It takes so much decision making and making the choice. So a man liking one woman with a BBL, it should no way in shape or form encourage another woman to go through all those steps that are life changing, and sometimes they could even die, right? So women have their own choices to make. They are adults. They go and get the BBLs because they want to, not because some man will choose them, right? Because there's a high likelihood that she may get the BBL and no man even ever picks her. How about that? Right. So I disagree with the statement she just made.
Issue. I think all of this just boils down to a self-esteem issue. Period. In a relationship, outside of a relationship, it's really self-esteem. I don't think that men need to be telling you that you beautiful. I mean, obviously, if you're in a relationship, people have words of affirmations, right?
Yep.
But you have to love you first. You the only person. Like, you have to love you regardless of your flaws, imperfections. You gotta love you. And I think a lot of women, unfortunately, they don't love themselves. So when you don't love yourself, and then you get on Instagram, you get on TikTok, you get on Facebook, you get on Twitter, and you see all of these bodies. You see men with the hard eyes and the Google faces on, oh, I wish I had that, and oh, I love that, and oh, your body, and that thing is thinging, and look at that ad, da, da, da. And when you don't love yourself, you start to internalize those things. Well, maybe this why I ain't got no man, or maybe if I had this, then maybe I'll get a man. And I think, unfortunately, society has made people insecurities be a little bit more, I guess, known or prevalent. And unfortunately, because opposite gender, we do stuff for the opposite sex, right? Mm-hmm. Now all these women getting BBLs, they getting their faces redone, and people don't even look like they self no more. It's a lot, and unfortunately, it's not a lot of men. It's not a lot of men like encouraging and uplifting natural bodies and pregnancy stomachs, and not the big booties and saggy titties. Like, nobody be talking about that. Like, you get bashed if your titties sag. You getting bad, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of have a tough skin. Thankfully, I got bullied my whole life, so
Yeah, that's just not true. I've not seen droves of men, whether online or in person, bashing women who are natural. Matter of fact, men and even women usually bash women with BBLs in the comment section, talk about it's fake, talking about, oh, you paid for that, talking about, oh, that's Dr. Miami's work, that's not yours, it's not real. The women with BBLs are usually bashed. I've never seen droves of men bashing natural booties or natural women. Matter of fact, the champion, they say where all the natural booties are. That's usually the comments on Instagram or on social media. So I don't agree with her. And then the only thing I agree with her is the fact that, yes, it starts with self-love. People have to be able to accept their imperfections. People have to be able to live with whatever God gave them. Now, you could go to the gym and build your glutes or do the best that you can, but at some point, somebody's going to want you just the way you look. And in fact, you will find the women with BBLs have had good men before, have met men who want them the way when they were natural, even before they got BBLs. You know what I mean? So they have had men who have liked them just the way they are. So if she chooses to get a BBL, that's on her. It's not because of the men, right? Because she has had men before who have approached her just before she got the BBL. So then what happened? You know what I mean? Unless she's looking at that rappers and entertainers, and that's a very small percentage of men. But even then, those guys it's just a fetish. You know what I mean? So you can't hold all men accountable for the choices women make. Plus, you remember, we live in the era of my body, my choice. So if it's your body, your choice, you cannot blame men for not calling you beautiful, so you chose to go get a BBL. You know what I mean? But what do you guys think? I honestly disagree. It's not a man's fault that women get BBLs or surgeries. They do that because they're adults. They have the choices to make, and they know the consequences. Some people even die. You know what I mean? So I'll link down below the full video from Lapif. You guys can go finish it. Comment down below what you think. Till next time, peace.